Okay, right now we're going to work on the testimonial section. This part of it now. Let's see. Yeah, so on mobile view, this is how it's going to look, and on desktop view, this is how it's going to be. All right, now so what we're going to do, so jump back to our code here, and then after the section, we'll just go over and put another section here. Okay, push this one down, and then it's going to have an ID just in case you want to reference it with anything. Okay, so we'll just call this testimonials. Okay, so now right here, now we're going to have the container that's going to hold the heading and the actual testimonial block. Like if you look at this one, I will have the heading and the actual blocks like this. Now of course these blocks now is going to be rows on desktop view, while it's going to be column in mobile view. Okay, so we just have a let's come over here now. We're going to have a div here, and that div is going to have a class name. I will use max width of maybe 6XL, and then we're going to use horizontal padding of 5, and then MX also to centralize. Okay, and then margin top 32, and then text. Okay, so now this is going to be the div that will hold everything. Now what I'm going to do now, this is like the container, so what I'm going to do next is to have this actual heading here, what they've said. Okay, so what they've said, we're going to use a h2 for that. I'll say what they've said. Okay, now inside of this, now we just have a class name. For this one now, we just make the text bigger, use 4XL, and then make it bold, font bold, and then we can centralize it as well, text center. Okay, so save it there. Okay, so what they've said, this is it here. So under this one now, I'm just going to have a div here, and this is going to have a class name. Of course it's going to be flex now because we want the items, we want to use some Flexbox container. By default it's going to be flex column. For desktop view, let's just define it now. For desktop view, it's going to be flex row. Okay, so that's handle the responsive part now for it now. And then of course we want to centralize this items center, and maybe we'll have some padding of 6, and space y of 6. Okay, and then let's go over. Oh, let's remove all of this first now. I think we'll delete the item center. Might need that one. Item center, MD flex row. I think that's what we'll need. Let's see. Okay, then I think that's all. Let's work on the individual items now. So just have the first one is going to be testimony or testimonial 1. So now inside of this place now, it's going to be a div for the first testimony. Now that this is it, this is the first one, this is the second one, this is the third one, all of them inside this testimony grid, testimony flexbox now. So now I'm going to have a class name for this first one. Now of course it's going to be flex now because of, you will see we have an image and maybe a name and what they said was something like that now. So this is going to be what a flex, and so that we can define all of those image and the person's name and what he actually said. So it's going to contain three things: an image, a title, that's the person's name, and a paragraph for what they said. So that's why it's going to be flex now. So by default it's going to be let's say flex colon. I think even on desktop view it's still going to be flex colon as well. So this one, whether on mobile or not, it's going to remain like this now, because there's not going to be a term where the name and the paragraph is going to be here. So you just know how to work with all of that now. So what next do I need to do there? Maybe I'll still need to do items center as well to centralize those items. And is there any other thing I'll need to do there? Maybe I'll just go ahead and then define this content now. So the first thing that we'll have for it now is an image now. So of course the image is inside the img folder. We'll have this avatar, and we have some names there, anisha.png. If you check the public img, you'll see all of them, they are there. Okay, I'm sure I copied them. Avatar, okay, let's see, avatar anisha.png, this is it. We have avatar richard and avatar sha9. Okay, so all of those things are there now. Okay, I can as well define class name for it. Let's go over here and see. You see the name now. Okay, so now we can actually reduce the size. Okay, so by defining class name, so we're going to use the width. And see now to reduce the size. And so now we have the image now inside this flex now, flex color here. Now we have image, and then we're going to have an h5. Okay, inside of this h5 we'll put the person's name, Anisha Lee, like this. Now we'll format that text now with some Tailwind classes now. We're going to use text LG, and then fonts bold for it now. Okay, now we're going to have a paragraph there. You know, everything is just flowing down. This paragraph now, everything is flowing down because we use flex column. Okay, so when you want things like this, is flex column. When you want things side by side, flex row, like that now. Okay, so we can just go ahead and then copy the text for this person's comment and paste it right there. So let's come over, I'm just gonna paste it right there, and then I save. Now I have it. Okay, so you see it here. Okay, what's happening? I'm having this error here. Unknown attribute, that's team. Where is that coming from? Let's start removing things to see. I'm gonna undo it back. I just want to trace where that error is coming from. Having removed everything, you are still there. Then I don't know where your problem is. Okay, let's go ahead and then undo. We'll figure that out later. Alright, so now we have this now, flex column. Okay, let's see. On desktop view, it's going to be flex row. Okay, things are gonna flow, but now you see it's occupying everywhere. That's because we have only one column there, right? If I'm gonna duplicate this one, let's see, this one, where is it closing? Let's format documents. This is closing here. This one is closing here. Okay, then this one should be closing here. Let me copy this guy again. Okay, so I'm gonna grab, no. Okay, I think it's from here. Okay, so I'm gonna grab this one. So this is gonna be 2, and this person, I'm gonna change the name here. So okay, so adding this now, you see the effect there. So we're gonna change the image for the second one to Ali. Okay, so just copy out the text. Already copied it from somewhere. Okay, so now I'm gonna duplicate this one again. Alright, for the third testimony, and then I'm gonna change this one as well to Richard. You see we have all of them there. Okay, then what am I changing here? This one now is going to be Richard Watts, and then for the text here, I have it. Okay, so now we have 3 testimonies there. Okay, I think this one will need to come down a bit. Okay, so where's the title, or is it okay, so let's use margin bottom. Okay, I think that's cool. Okay, so I think it's okay now, but we're just gonna do some more formatting to make it look more appealing. So first container that holds the first testimony. So I'm just going to need to select 3 of them, and then but first of all, let's see, what can we do? Okay, let's add some little space in between them first. So I'm going to say space x 6. So then I'm going to select all of this one. It's 3, 1, 2, and 3. So use my front arrow to come out of them so that I can enter here, then add a space, then I'll add some more classes to them now. So the first class I'm going to add is that I want some let's give some padding of 6. Let's add padding round about it. Okay, alright, so then I'm going to add a kind of background. So BG very light gray. So I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It's really very light. Oh, hold on. Okay, then yeah, it's there. Maybe you look at it from the side a bit, and you see the gray, and you see that there's the gap is there as well, the space. Okay, so What else am I gonna do now? Make rounded LG. Okay. Then MD on medium screen 3. Okay. Okay, let's get rid of this first. I think I'm going to excuse me. The vertical spacing there, so I'm going to use let's use space Y. Space Y, and we're going to be using 6 to add some more spacing for each of them. Okay, and I think that's cool. Not looking too close to each other again. On small screen, okay, I think it's okay on small screen. Okay, I think it's alright. So at the bottom of this now, before the close of the section, we'll add a button there. This get started button as well. Let's look for it over here. I think this is for it, so I'll just copy this div instead of just the link now. So just go over down here. So before the close of the section, which one is this? Center. Okay, so I should put it inside here. Which one is this? Let's see. Oh, this is the grid, so it should be outside here, so somewhere here for the button. Okay, I need to centralize it, so just use justify by self center. Okay, I want to have that there. We'll remove this hidden and the rest now so that it can be visible all through. Okay. Okay, so I think that will be all. So the next one now is going to be the call to action. Okay, so that is this place here. Right here. Okay, I think there's a little shadow here. Okay, so you could add shadow if you want to. Okay, so just to make it a little bit stand out. So the next one is this call to action, this area here now. So now that's going to be another section again. So class name, I can just call it CTA. Okay, right. Oh, that should be the ID. Okay, then can add a class name of, because of the background, so give it BG bright red. Okay, now inside of here now, now for the CTA, it's just gonna have two things now. This one here and this one, that is this text here, which is gonna be an H2, but we're gonna put it inside the div now so that we could add some more formatting to it now. And then this button here. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna put both of them in two different one here. Okay, so inside of this one now, we're gonna give it a class name. Flex code. Okay, Let's try to do this without all of this first. Okay, let's just get rid of this first now, and here this is the h2. Okay, and we can even do it without even this h2 now. Let's just know that we have two objects there. So here now is simplify how your team works today. That's what is in that place. Simplify how your team works today. So let's just keep it simple, and then after that now we just have a button there. I think we already have a button before, so I think we can just go ahead and then copy this guy safe and then use for that button. But the difference is that let's remove all of this first for the button, and then the class is not going to be bg red anyway, so maybe it's going to be, let's see, it's a white button, so this one now is going to be bg white, and then the text is going to be bright red. So just an opposite of that other one. Okay, so you see the button now. Oh, the hover now. For the hover is going to be, where's the hover? For hover is going to be bg gray. Okay, bg gray 900. Excuse me. Sorry, bg. Okay, so now have to format things. Okay, I think let's see, we can let's just have, okay, this div and this one. Let's format this h2 first, and I think the first thing I'm gonna do is to increase the size. So let's use text of 5 XL and font bold. So let's text center, and then we're gonna make it a white text. Text white. So this is what it's giving us now. Okay, now what do we do? I think what we're gonna do, let's put both this one and this one inside a container so that we can this one. So I'm gonna cut these two out now and then put them inside a div. Okay, so that's div now. It's gonna use to define some certain stuff like that. Okay, so I'll make this a container. Flex column by default, and then items center by default, and then justify between. So let's see how it's looking. Okay, I'm gonna have some padding. Let's have some horizontal some vertical space first. So I'm gonna space y 12. Okay, then I think I need some padding for up and bottom. Okay, so that things can appear to be inside now. So I'm gonna use padding up now. So a big padding. Okay, so I think this makes more sense now. So I'm gonna use MX Auto to ensure proper centralization. Okay, so it's well aligned center now. But notice something, this one looks good. It's good on mobile, but on a desktop view now, I don't think that's how it is. On desktop now, it's side by side. Okay, so this one is good. Where is it now? This container, which contain this, the h2 and this div holding the link now. So it's column by default now. So I'm going to make it flex row on medium screen. Okay, so it's flex row on medium screen, but on small screen it's column. Okay, so I think they need to be well centralized now. Let's try now. You know that this block now is different from this block now. So on which everything looks good on small screen now, there is this vertical spacing going on here, but on the medium screen now, I think I'll need to get rid of that vertical spacing. So on medium screen, I'm gonna do space y 0 space y. So let's take it close to that other one, space y 12. Was a medium screen, space y 0. Okay, so I think it's looking cool now for me. So you can go ahead and formatting it the way you want to. Okay, I think there need to be a separation here. So margin top. Let's try 12 and see. Okay, I think this is cool. Alright, so I think we've gotten that now, so you can keep formatting it the way you want it. Okay, now the last but not the least is this footer area. Okay, I'm going to make it a section also that's going to have a container. The purpose of that container is so that we can add some you could see some vertical spacing going on here in this around the content. Okay, so there's some vertical spacing and there's some padding and all of those things now. So that's why we always put in a container so that we can have those either vertical spacing or horizontal spacing. Okay, so now right here we'll come over here, and then under this now we are going to have that footer section. Okay, so we can still call it section, or but there is this footer keyword that we can just go ahead and then make use of. Okay, so then we can see apply our class name to it and then give it that what background of very dark blue. Okay, now inside now we can apply the container now, which obviously is going to be a div. Okay, and then with the class name container first, and then flex. By default it's going to be flex colon. Okay, it's gonna be flex colon, and then I'm gonna do justify between px 6, okay, and py 10. You already know what all of those mean. and then we could apply MX Auto for proper centralization, and then space 8. Then on the medium screen is going to be side by side, which is row, and on medium screen that space Y is going to be off. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do now, I think we have so many patches here, so I'm just going to label them. Okay, so for this one now, okay, that's small screen. So the next thing we're going to do inside of this place now, we're going to have logo and social things container. Okay, so because we have several segments inside here like this now. So for this one, we're going to have a div, a class name, will be a flex column, item center, specify between, item starts. So before we have that now, we're just gonna have this copyrights here, because it's gonna appear. Copyrights, we'll put and copy character entity, copy 2024. Alright, reserved. And now for this one, we will centralize MS Auto MY6 internal text center. Gonna have white text, and then it's gonna be hidden big screen. Class name, okay. So now the copyright now, which is not going to show a small screen. After that, now that's when I want to display the logo. We'll just put it right here. IMG logo white, .svg. So we're gonna add some class name of h8 for the height, and then after that logo will come down then to have the social links container. So in here now, I'll still have a div now that's going to house all of them, and this div now I'll have a class name of display flex, and then justify center. Okay, and okay, so there's a container that's going to hold all the links now. Okay, so, excuse me, all the social link, not the menu itself. Okay, so what's the social links? So now I'm going to have an anchor there, and in that anchor I'm going to just have an image. Source is going to be img icon facebook.svg. we have it right there in the images folder, so we'll give it a class name of h8. Okay, so I think I can just duplicate this one. Now this is link 1. Just duplicate this one to get the rest. So sorry, I think there are about four links now, or 5. I think now this first one is Facebook. Okay, so the first one is Facebook. The second one is should be YouTube. The third one is Twitter. Fourth one is going to be Pinterest, and then the last but not the least is Instagram. You could see all of them here. Facebook, blah 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 blah. So now we have all of this link now here. Okay, I just observed something. We added the logo white.png, but nothing seemed to appear there. There's supposed to be a logo before the social links now. Where is this? I also have a logo white here. Okay, let's try just logo first. Excuse me, logo.png. Okay, so it's there. So maybe I'll check the folder and see if I have that one, that version. I don't have any. Excuse me. Excuse me. I don't have any logo white here. So let's see. Resize pixel. Let's see if I can format this one to have the logo. Oh, format is not supported. Alright, let me just use this one. Maybe I can format that one later and then get the white version of it. So it's supposed to be the white version of the logo. Okay, but we'll just use it like that for the now first. Okay, I'll have to take it to maybe Photoshop and then turn it to white. Let's say I can get some free to SVG to PNG. So I know this one might help me select the file. So this is the image I want to convert to PNG. So let's convert it. The reason is I'm converting so I can use this tool to edit it. Okay, so now I can drag this PNG version here. Okay. Oh, this one is even black and white. I thought maybe it could give me a tool. I know I just need something fast without opening those applications that I can use to just increase the brightness and so that it will turn to white. Okay, let's see. Black and white only, shades of gray. No. Brightness online. This once I increase it so high to become white. So if you have any application, you can just go ahead and then, okay, let's use this one to do that. This does not work. I'll have to use a normal editing application for it. I think it have to be not just brightness but contrast. Increase image contrast and brightness online. Hundred brightness and contrast. Why? Oh, this will not work. I have to let me use other application, please. We'll get to the white version of the image, or I edit it with Photoshop. Just don't want to open all of those applications. Okay. So we'll use this one like that now. So the next thing I'm going to do now is the list container. Of course, you could see that we have some, where is it now? We have some list here. This is it now. We have some list here. So I'm going to work on that now. After the social links container, okay, so outside of it, logo and social list container. So I think the list social, this one is social link container, so I'm container outside of this place. So I click here so that I can be able to trace it out to know exactly where I'm to put the next one. Okay, so that's going to come here. Okay, so list container. Okay, and that is the menu as well, the footer menus. Okay, so now I'm going to have a div here, and in that div I'm going to have a class name of flex and justify around. flex32. We're gonna have a div that will contain two div, this one and this one, so they are going to stand separately. Okay, so we'll have a div here, and in here I'm gonna have a class name flex colon, because they are going to stand in colon form. So they are going to have some vertical spacing, that's space y, just some very little vertical spacing, and the text is going to be text white. Text whites. Okay, I can even just put the text whites outside here so that it will rub on both groups. Okay, so now for okay, now for this one now, I'm gonna have an anchor. Here, let's just put an arch first, then here now we'll have home. Okay, okay, so have this one here. Class name over. So we want to work on the text over effect for the text. It's going to be bright red. Okay, so now I'll just go ahead and then duplicate this one out. Pricing, products, about. So I'll have this one like this now. This is the first group now. So the second group now, I'll just duplicate this one now so that I have two groups there. So for the second group now, I have career, community, and career, community, and privacy policy. Privacy policy. So come now, we have two groups here like this now. Okay, all of them being tied together by this guy here. And so here now I have this list container, and I have list container and logo and social links container. So I have two items now inside this one, and we have justified between now. That is why both of them are spaced separately, you understand? So this is a group and this is another group. Okay, though I'm going to still have a third group in that place now, which is going to be this form. Okay, which is going to be this form. So I have the logo, blah blah blah, this menu, and then this one. So three of them are what's going to be in the footer area. Okay, so it's already looking good now for me. So you just know how to group things out. Okay, so this one is what is holding everything. Okay, so this is the first group, this is the second group, and then the third now will be for the form, and I'm going to call it input container. Okay, or form container, whatever I want to call it now. So I'm going to have a div here with a class name of flex, have flex column by default, and then justify. Okay, this is it now. So have this, the input itself and the button, so justify between now. So this is a flex on its own. All right, so now inside of this one now we're gonna have the actual form and form. Okay, so inside of this form now I'm gonna have let's see, I'm gonna have a div so that I can give it a flex so that I can manage this tool properly. Flex column. Okay, so let's have this one here, div. So you could try different things out. Okay, so there are different ways to achieve the same thing. You might use a different approach to achieve all of this. The most important thing is just understand how Flexbox works. And you can even use grid self to do some of all of these things like this. So just keep trying different things out. Okay, so in here now I'm going to have two things inside of this div in the form now. So it's going to be both the inputs and the button. So I'm going to have inputs here. The type here is going to be text, and then the class name here is going to be flex. Okay, I'll use flex one, and px of 4. Okay, now it's gonna have a placeholder that says your text here. Okay, so that's for the inputs, and then after the input now I'm gonna have the button, okay, that says go, just exactly the way you have it here. You see the placeholder text there. Okay, I think it's still rendering, so I'll just keep going. Now for the button now we'll have a class name of px6 and py2 text white button text rounded full. Change the background color to BG bright red, but when we hover it now I should change the background to BG bright red lights. So okay, I think all right, so let's have the BG anyway. Okay, so have this BG there, but I don't like this when it's on focus. I don't need that outline, so I'm gonna change the safe on focus outline, non outline. None. Same with the button as well. So I think we need to add some padding. px4. Let's add the general padding. Oops, that's too much. I think this one is reasonable. Space x, this is 2. Horizontal space. That space is not supposed to come here. That space is not supposed to come here. But there's already space here, so let's increase it to space. Oh, sorry, maybe that's why the space was not reflecting. Okay. Okay, so this is it now. So you can go on and on formatting it exactly the way you want things to really appear. Okay. So now let's see. So we have this all right reserved here. I'm gonna hide it on small screen. Where is that all right reserved? Should it be hidden? MD. Do I really need it here? Let's just remove it first for the now and see how things look like. Okay, I think I'll just only need it down. So I might just cut it out from here and then put it all the way down here after the footer. Let's see what is here. Container, flex container. Okay, so let me put it inside here after the form. So I'm gonna remove this heading that's here. So it's appearing at this as a fourth object there. So this is the wrong place to put it. So I'm gonna put it outside here. Okay. Let's use just M6. Or maybe let's just P. Okay. Right, so that's when it appears everywhere. Okay, so this two I'm going to I want the logo to come up. Okay. And then format it anyhow you want it. Okay, so this two flex colon, I'm not going to reverse it. flex colon. Let's not reverse it and see. Okay, so now we have it like this. Okay, so keep formatting them the way you want it now. Just a few touches and everything how you want it. The bottom line is to understand how things work. So okay, this one now on small screen, you could adjust the spacing and all of those stuff like that. Now the form, give it some more spacing. So just go ahead and then format it anyhow you want it. Okay, so I think we are good now with this project now. So keep trying your hands on several things now. Practice make perfect. I think the only thing that will be remaining for this project is the menu. Okay, so we'll try to do that in the next class. Okay, thank you very much, and then see you in the next class. Bye.